The world's #1 laner Chovy has been absolutely decimating the Korean ladder lately, pushing his way to 1600 LP and rank 1 in Korea. Today I'm going to break down one of his games, one of his laning phases, and see how you guys can utilize this in your own games and climb some divisions. Coming into the mid lane now, we have a spicy one, Chovy on Irelia, up against Dopa on the Orianna. It should be an absolute banger matchup, both mid laners running the teleport, no ignites to spice things up. But Chovy, guys, on his Irelia, the matchup is winning for him. He should look for the level 2 spike. He plays his Irelia lanes the same every single game. Every single champion I notice, he has like slight differences in his laning. So his Irelia, guys, he sets up a slow shove, but he always makes sure he hits level 2 first. Right now, boom. There's this little window. If Dopa missteps, he throws his E's out, gets the Q reset, and he'll hard crash the wave before getting some vision out to try and track the enemy jungler. Hard shoves it, boom. Comes out, going to get his vision, and then he's going to come back into the mid lane, hit level 3, and he's going to try and let it shove into him, pop a freeze, and make the enemy mid laner overextend. He does this so often on all of these all-in type champions when he's playing. Things like the Irelia, even things like the Silas, he can look to try and pop that freeze up. The longer the lane, it just means the more opportunity to A, get your jungler to help out with the gank, and B, for your enemy mid laner to miss position, where if they get CC, they get stepped up by an E, they're just going to die. There's so much room to weave these orders in, you can see. Chovy, all about this cannon doing more damage to his cannon, you see? If his cannon drops first, the cannon should come through, do a little bit of damage to the wave, and that's gonna slowly make this wave come back into him. As I haven't been tracking if he's missed a CS, Chovy, look, I've got some detectives, I'm just gonna say, he may be using CS hacks because this guy is I've never seen him been down CS against anyone. How? I don't know. I'm not sure. As the wave, you can see that wave is slow shoving back into him, so this time it's perfect for a roam. He can come into the roam now, right? As he finds Dopa, E goes wide. If that landed, Dopa is in trouble. Would have to blow the flash. Going to be a bit of a skirmish. And remember how he set that slow shove back into him in the mid lane? This wave is just stacking up. So after this fight, he'll come back to a full wave. Dopa flashes, Chovy flashes, gets one. Looking to get another one. Lulu gets out of there. The E lands on both. And he's got the Q resets to pick them all up. Grab me that triple kill to start. And now he'll come back into the mid lane here. Dopa teleports in, so he's going to try and hard shove into the wave. And just look how it's set up. It's set up perfectly. Chovy comes back and he's going to eat all these creeps. Probably hard shove the next wave and get a beautiful base with all his gold to spend. And if you're a Dopa fan, it's not looking good for you here. I don't really think as an Orianna you can come back into the game. Dopa's pretty tilt-proof though. So you want to try and deny Dopa. If Dopa looks to a freeze here and tries to pull it, which he is, and he's going to stop the base. Beautiful, beautiful lane knowledge by Dopa. And Chovy here has to land the E, gets it. Thank you to the Scuttle Crab RNG. And look at the mid lane wave, it's frozen, but Chovy, look, at the end of the day, you've got to get out of there. You've got too much gold to spend. He heads back to base. And teleports back into the mid lane. For a second there, I was thinking he had Ignite. Teleports back in. Gets his Mercs, gets his Vamp Scepter, and ooh, if that landed. And you can just see, look how aggressive he's able to play now. Has the level advantage. Here comes Lee Sin, grabs one. Ooh, and Dopa's not able to get the kill back. This is absolutely the Chovy show. This man is just, man, like, I think he's the best mid lane in the world. Some people think Showmaker's better. Some people think, you know, there's like Scout, you know, there's Knight even in Korea. Sorry, in China. I just think Chovy is the best. If you see him play, it's just a marvel. Like, he plays on like some teams that I would say are not the strongest, but he's still able to carry them over the finish line to get them the high performances. And you always know Chovy, if there's downtime in the game, he's going to go and kill some jungle camps. Farm those numbers up, get those CS scores as high as possible. 45 to 20 CS here for Dopa. You know, I'm a fan of Dopa. It's not all his fault in this lane. He had a bad skirmish in the river. That's not his fault. He got dove in the mid lane by the Lee. What can you do? There essentially is not that many things he could have done here. As he hits the ultimate, here we go. Are we able to get a solo kill? Oh my god, that just looked too easy. And we had double the farm already. 51 CS at almost, what's that, 6 minutes? Jesus bloody Christ, mate. This is just a slaughter. 57 CS at 6 minutes, almost already at 10 per minute at 6 minutes. Like, must be an easy life. Must be a bloody easy life when you have this much gold. And Dopa's, like, don't count him out. He has been slowly creeping up the ladder in career. He's almost 1,000 points. He's been climbing very slow. I did a video on him a while back about how he utilizes his dodges in his games. He doesn't spam games. He plays a couple, honestly, a couple per week mostly, and dodges out in a lot of lobbies. So by the end of the season, I think he will be a rank 1 contender. But as of right now, Chovy, 1,600 LP. He's got a 700 LP gap or so. That's a lot of games. If you're getting 20 per win, it's like a what? 10, 20, 30? 30 game win streak? What the hell? That does not sound right. Is that right? Right. So here comes the Rel. Sets it up, gets stunned. Has the Q reset. Kindred's over the wall though. Be able to pick up the Rel. It's a 1-for-1. Oh my god. Look how aggressive he's playing. Goes in the river here. Gets the plant. A lot of mid laners, guys. Sorry. A lot of mid laners, when they get low health, they'll instantly say, oh, I've got it back, I'm out. Good mid laners will check the river. They'll check if the juicy fruits are open, the honey fruits or whatever the hell people call them. And you can go down there and you get yourself to full health some of the times. You just got to check, guys, on the map. You can pretty easily tell if they're there. So sometimes, guys, you can save yourself a lot of time from going back to base and you can stay in the mid lane and get a shit ton more farm. Look at Chovy, 10 CS per minute. Didn't have to take that base. Didn't have to sit off the map for a second. And he probably wants to take this himself. If Rumble wasn't there, he was grabbing that. I guarantee you. His ultimate just came up here. Got a feel for Dopa here. He's a bit of a jiffy. Trying to catch him out of position here. Ooh. Quite able to get on top of him. You can see the Rel. The Rel's hovering bot side. And Chovy just doing nothing. You don't want to scare him off too much. W. Has the reset on these. Q. You can see Dopa. He's not able to move up for these creeps. If he moves up for these creeps, he's going to get killed. Hard shoves it in. Challenge recall. So beautiful. You see how Dopa, he tanked a little bit, freeze that wave. Little mind games in the mid lane, guys. When you start playing at these high levels, you start looking at... There's certain patterns in the mid lane. One mid laner will shove it into the freeze. You gotta stop the freeze. You grab it. You grab the wave. You freeze it yourself. You pull it. Fake base. There's a lot of little mind games that go into the mid lane. You can see that base right there. Dopa knows he's in the brush. Takes the guess. It's all about backstopping. All this type of stuff. You can start to incorporate in your own games. As the wave is once again not in the greatest of spots. He'll want to hard shove this into a recall. But he's not able to because the Lulu's hovering. No, you see? Dopa in his head probably is like, okay, I don't see him. Maybe he took a base here. Kindred's overextended, but E lands. Going in, hits the ultimate. Does Kindred has ultimate, pops it. Oh, and I think he's in trouble here. Best he can go as a 1-for-1 onto the Kindred, I think. And they flash in and they get their huge bounty over Chovy. And that is some pretty good baiting by Kindred, honestly. As the Rumble. Okay, well. All was looking good for a second there. As it ends up being a 1-for-2. The huge bounty, though, goes over to the Kindred. And it's only 2k gold, actually. It's definitely comebackable. The enemy Varus and the Kindred could easily carry the game. And we have our Blade of the Ruined King for the Irelia. Pretty common Irelia build, guys. You're looking for that oomph, that pack-a-punch, that power instantly on your buy. Then usually you'll come into your Mythic. There's a lot of Mythics that Irelias have been going. It really depends on the comp. You can see Lee Sin picks up the kill. Onto the set. Put our vision out, looking bot side now. We've got flash, we have no ultimate. I still think if you land your E, you could solo kill here. Pink in the brush. This is just so bad. Like, Even for 1 or 2 creeps, you see Chovy, he moves up there to deny. All he's doing there is denying like 1 or 2 CS. And he just does that over and over and over again. And by the time the end of the game happens, you know, that could be 20, 30 CS that he's been able to deny. Where other people might just be like, nah, you can have the creeps. I'm not going to try and deny it. He sets up a freeze here. And now's the time where you'll see Dopa. He's in a bit of a jiffy. Like, he's a bit in a tight spot. So his team has to help him out. Yep. And Chovy knows he has no vision in that bot side river, so he has to be a little bit careful. See on that cannon, how he looks for the trade on the cannon? Dopa goes in, and here comes Chovy. Gets the 1v1. Is he able to get another one? He is. Beautiful. He even knew the team was there. He just said, dude, fuck this. I'm going to go in. I'm going to test your mechanics. And he picks off Dopa. And they get the huge all-in, and they're going to get the tower. And that was all stemmed off. Like, there was a cannon minion that got really low. Dopa moved in for it. Chovy knew that Dopa would try and get it. And that's when you pounce. That's when you try and... People can't resist the urge of a cannon. They're going to move in and take the risk. And look, this risk did not pay off. Here we go. Teleport comes in. Hits the ultimate straight onto Dopa. Dopa ultimate. W. Chovy gets it. And he flashes, but the flash is late and he's not able to get out of there. And that ends up being a 1-for-1. Dopa should be a little bit happy with that. But look at the CS scores. That's a 50 CS difference over Dopa at 12 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm not saying it's all him. We do know the jungle, the support helped out a little bit. And even the lead. But he's doing a pretty bloody good job. The Kindred gets the shutdown onto the Rumble. 2-level lead here for Morgan. Good buddy, this set's got Dry Breaker. And here comes Chovy. TP's in topside. Looking to try and hunt down the set. I think this Lee Sin might just have it, honestly. And he just says, here you go, buddy. Everyone wants to give the gold to Chovy. Because Chovy knows what to do. He knows what to do with the gold. He's not a type of caps person where you give him a gold lead and it's like, okay, he might just do a backflip and into the enemy base and give it away. Chovy is a very calculated player in solo queue. You can trust in him to give him gold. And that's how we should all try and be in our games. Trust us with the gold. We won't scam you guys. We're not a scammer. Somewhat. As it's going to be interesting to see when Damwon get back to Korea, because of course we knew Khan was rank 1 and Canyon I think was rank 2, and both their accounts decayed. So their accounts are sitting in Diamond 1 at the moment, but they have God tier MMR. The challenge to them is going to be, can they steal the rank 1 spot off Chovy when they get home? My guess is probably. It's been a bloody fat while since we had a rank 1 mid laner in Korea, but it's usually jungle mains, support mains, or top mains. It's very rare mid lane main. Chomanka is usually the only one that gets it. Doesn't usually, doesn't grind a lot of games, so doesn't hold it for too long. As we have a stride breaker in the mid lane. Okay, interesting. I want to see some cool mechanics with this item. Uh-oh. The E's out of vision, so he has it. E lands, gets the reset, gets the cannon. Oh my god, dude, set damage, not bad. Hey, not bad, this set damage, eh? Not enough though, but still. Like Chovy got maybe a little bit nervous there. Or maybe he was totally cool, who knows. Heals to bloody full health off the wave. And now it's side lane duty. 158 farm at 15 minutes. Dopa, 87. It's not looking good for him. Nobody is able to match Chovy in the side lane here. He can probably 1v2, even 1v3. And at this point, guys, you just want to set it up in the side lane, shove it in, and you just want to keep on going. You want to shove the wave, you want to come over, get all the jungle camps, pump those numbers up, get as much gold as you can. Then, with your TP or with a nice flank behind, you just go and group with your team, end the game. You should have such an advantage over your enemy mid laner that it's not really comebackable for them. Something. Set a little bit out of position. He lands. Ultimate. There we go. Got the resets. It's disgusting, isn't it? Is it just not disgusting, guys? Makes me want to play Irelia, but knowing, like, I mean, the enemy has a Lulu, so I'd be a little bit nervous to go in, but Mercs, of course, the Tenacity is going to be helping out with the Polymorph, I believe. So it might not be too bad. And back to base now with a little bit of gold to spend. Usually Sterax is the third item for Irelia. And then you can go into something like, I guess you can get like Death Dance into GA. GA is a great item. Like just sitting even on a stopwatch on Irelia allows you to go so deep in. You can see he gets the Phage, gets the Chain Vest as well. Chain Vest, interesting. I guess he just wants an Insta Spike. Should be going Sterax now, so no vests will be useful in this purchase, I guess. We should be able to run it down mid. It's only 17 minutes, but like it feels like it's so much later because it's 46 kills deep. And Chovy has so much CS. But no, it's only 17 minutes. Lee Sin pops in. That Chovy plays it. It's all around the creeps, guys. You need the resets. As he just goes straight in. Pops the kill onto the Kindred. Looking for more. We are deep. We do have Flash. I was thinking he might try and Flash. And the Polymorph, yeah, there you go. See how it's a little bit annoying there? He had the Flash. I thought he might have Flash autoed on the Lulu, but he tried to hold it. As the... Oh my god, guys. That was a beautiful wombo combo. And they might be able to just run it in here. The death timers are too low, though. You can't end the game yet. It's an inhibitor at best. And oh, actually, we have Harold. Chovy TP is coming back up. I think it's in the next 20. Go for it, go for it, go for it. In Korea, guys, you'll notice they just go for the most ridiculous ends. I've lost so many games in Korea that I can't count, where my team has like, it's like a 5-second window. It's impossible. And they just group on the enemy nexus and start ordering. Entire team gets wiped. Enemy team wipes them, gets a Baron. We lose the game. And they just, it's like, why are we taking these risks? But they just like to limit test, I guess. Fair enough. I understand it. As in saying that, Lee Sin drops and gives over a huge bounty. Farm these camps. Thank you very much. And we've got TP, guys, so we can head up into the side lane and keep farming up a storm. You can see Dopa, he's off in the side lane in the bot side, trying to make up some type of gold. It's just not really possible at this point in the game. It's too late. You have to react to the waves, so it's just not going to be enough farm coming into your hands. You can see camp has been started. Wouldn't be surprised if Chovy tries to steal us away. Ooh, no, he's hunting. Chovy hunting is waiting for the... Yep, the little... Oh. Does he still have E? It's still there. He's waiting. Playing it very patiently. Finally drops it. Goes in. Lee Sin picks up the Kindred. Gets ulted here. He's got to be careful. Be careful. No, I think he's fine. Tristan is an absolute monster. Rumble ult coming through. We have the Q resets. He flashes in. Orianna ult goes wide. Stride breaker out of there. Look how much mobility there is, dude. And Chovy, we know, he's one of the best emote users in the entire game. His emotes are on point. And they seem very tilting to deal with. They should be able to run it in here. They're going to get topside. And just not even going to bother with Nexus. Topside in here looks to be the play. They're just having fun with their food at this point. And the base now should be for the Sterax. Maybe even selling the Corrupting for a stopwatch wouldn't be too bad. The one thing, like this, like if you get a lead like this and you get ahead early, sure. Ooh, teleport. We have the Sterax. It shouldn't be too hard to get like 10 CS per minute. When I say hard, I'm like, you know, for a pro player. But it's when players, when these games go wrong, Chovy is still able to maintain the CS. Like that's probably the most impressive thing that he does. I should do a game where he gets behind early and brings it back, because it's just how much gold he generates from his farming. He doesn't matter if he's 0-10, he still has enough gold where his items matter. They set this Baron up, Lee Sin into the side lane without teleport, so he can't regroup. If they lose this Baron, it could. At the start of a comeback, you can see Varus lining up some arrows, and they're just not going to risk it. There's no point in risking it. The entire team's here, so the Lee Sin just sits on the tower. And this is perfect macro. This is the dream case scenario. When you're playing in silver, and you're the Lee Sin in the side lane, and you're just getting everything. The problem here is that your team commits to the Baron, and they commit to the fight. They lose the fight, they lose the Baron, you lost the game. You're in the side lane, like, it's just so annoying. Luckily, they're so far ahead, they win the fight. Lee Sin's able to get some towers and some pressure. Keep dancing around the Baron. Tristana's a bit low. Lee Sin just goes for the bloody end. Where's the cameraman? Get it onto this goddamn Lee. Hell was that stopwatch? And this Baron is just... Baron, man. They've been doing this Baron for 5 minutes, it feels like. Lee Sin dies to Lulu. And they'll head back to the base. He'll set up the dragon, I guess. It's unable to be ended. As we've dropped under 10 CS per minute. Quick, get some camps, Chovy. We can't be under 10 CS per minute. Dopa scoreline 3-11 and 7. Enemy top laner 1-9-1. A little bit depressing. Here we go, get the crowd. We've got to pump these numbers up. Me set, overextended. And I'm kind of disappointed that we don't see more Irelia and pro play at the moment. There's so much Gnar, and Irelia is such a good counter to Gnar. I'm guessing there's a lot of pro players a little bit nervous to play this type of champion on stage. It's kind of in my head like playing something like the Kiana as well. You need to have such a good understanding of all the matchups and the limits that a lot of pro players just don't have the amount of Irelia games to really, and maybe not even the confidence, you know, to pull it out on stage and make the plays that you need to with this champion. He's hunting. He moves in. Strybreaker just misses. The Dopa actually flashed it. Chovy goes in. He still has ultimate. Hits the ultimate. Orianna ultimate on the way back though, and that is actually... Dude, is that a 3 for none? Jesus Christ. That was not a good fight at all. They get Dopa's flash though, which isn't too bad. They've got to try and set up the Baron into a siege. Chovy with the downtime. What are you up to? Oh, I'm going to get some farm. This is what you guys need to be doing. If your team makes a mistake, like let's say the enemy team even went through and got a Baron, and there are 5 people doing Baron. So many players would just go to the Baron, if you're Irelia, and be like, okay, I'm Superman. I will 1v5. No, they have a Lulu, they have a Kindred. Go and farm all the camps and deny gold. That's what you need to be doing. Don't take the 1 in 100 play, guys. Come on. I know it's fun, I know it's solo queue, but if you want to win the game, do the most consistent thing for the best results, okay? This, I mean... Oh, Lulu, how you doing, honey? Exhaust comes out. Varus ult hits as well. Luckily has the Rel follow-up. No ultimate. He's able to drop the Kindred butt. Lee Sin kicks this set away, so it's catch later, buddy. Flash for Chovy is available, remember. And the Stridebreaker is allowing him to just get a little bit more mobility to try and land these E's or dodge out on skill shots. It's kind of nice. As we head back into the base, what do we grab? Death Dance. We have our Death Dance and we teleport back in. We got the pick on the Kindred, remember, and it's open Nexus. Rumble ult hit. Chovy flashes in. Orianna ult is dodged. And that should be left, right, good night to the Nexus. As you can see, this polymorph. How bloody anything is this? CS score. Oh, we're over 10 per minute. Thank you very much. Looking to get one more kill. Can we get it? Give it to him. Nice. 14 and 3. Are we able to get 15? Not quite, as the Nexus explodes. Just over 10 CS per minute. Jesus Christ, Drew. And hopefully you've enjoyed the VOD, boys. I love doing Chovy reviews. Hopefully to do more in the future. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Peace.